In every organization, there are truths that we prefer to keep quiet, sensitive topics that we carefully avoid. These are what we call the unspoken truths. They thrive on fear, fear of retaliation, conflict, or even losing face. These silences, far from being harmless, become invisible rules that shape behaviors without anyone realizing it. They act like toxins seeping into the workings of the company, stifling innovation, undermining trust, and sometimes triggering sudden crises. But where do these unspoken truths actually come from? In reality, they often arise from deeply rooted and significant blockages that have been present for a long time. First of all, this concerns internal contradictions, when the stated values don't align with actual practices. We can also mention these potentially underlying threats, meaning unacknowledged failures, questionable decisions, or ignored warnings that weaken the company. We can also mention the ongoing and persistent conflicts, namely the unresolved and continuous disagreements that pollute the atmosphere, creating tension and ultimately divide teams. So, what are the consequences when silence weighs heavily upon us? The unspoken truths spare nothing, affecting everyone and everything. They produce visible effects, sometimes devastating ones. Naturally, we think here of the rumors that start to spread. The absence of communication indeed creates a void that quickly gets filled with speculation, fueling tension and distrust. Innovation then comes to a standstill. The fear of breaking the silence stifles new ideas and hinders initiatives. Finally, cohesion, as time goes on, has a tendency to weaken here. Misunderstandings multiply, tensions escalate, and the underlying stress turns into absenteeism or burnout. Turning the unspoken realities and truths into levers for progress and insights then becomes the solution. Breaking these silences can't be done with just a simple command. This requires a careful and thoughtful methodology and concrete actions. Here are 5 effective levers to turn these unspoken truths into managerial opportunities and strategies. The first approach is to create safe spaces for expression where people can speak freely and without fear, allowing hidden tensions and frustrations to be revealed. The second option is to de-dramatize by using stimulations and simulations to address difficult truths without fear of judgment or repercussions. Another action is to bring in neutral mediators, which helps to ask the right questions and turn silences into constructive discussions. Let's also mention the idea of institutionalizing constructive criticism by alternating roles and perspectives, which allows for managing contradictions without fear of stigma. Finally, use the power of storytelling to break the silence, de-dramatize situations, and shed light on concrete solutions. So the unspoken truths aren't just threats, they're also revealing factors. These are shadowy areas that, when explored with courage, become sources of innovation and cohesion. Breaking the silence is indeed about making the invisible visible, turning tensions into opportunities, and building an organization where dialogue is no longer a risk, but a driver of progress. By restoring the power of speech, we not only free individuals, but also unlock the full potential of the company.